Hello everyone, I'm Minsheng. Today, Eric and I are going to perform a presentation about the SARS CoV-2 pathogen. This pathogen will cause coronavirus disease 19, which is widely known as COVID-19.
Hello everyone, I am Eric. This is the structural feature diagram of SARS CoV-2. The spike protein shapes like a crown, so it is called coronavirus. Its key feature is protease cleaved S-glycoprotein, which helps in receptor recognition.
This is the life cycle of SARS CoV-2. Initially, the pathogen attaches itself to the receptor of human cell. The pathogen uncoats into RNA and replicates into messenger RNA. Next, mRNA is transported to rough ER and then to the Golgi apparatus. Lastly, the modified pathogen is secreted out of the plasma membrane through exocytosis to infect the other cells.
No nutrients or favorable stimuli is needed as it does not grow. The SARS-CoV-2 only contains RNA and replicates itself in the host. Therefore, it does not have any mode of nutrition.
As the gene sequence of this coronavirus is as high as 96%, similar to the Yunnan bat virus strain. So, bats are believed to be the natural host of SARS-CoV-2.
The less common symptoms include sore throat, loss of taste and smell, chills, and muscle pain. Some common symptoms are fever, fatigue, cough, and shortness of breath. While in severe cases, symptoms can include pneumonia, organ fatal, and even death.
There are two methods of diagnosis for SARS-CoV-2. Number one, the reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction, or SWAT test. Let's move on to the next slide for a better illustration of understanding about this test. The sample from a person's nose or throat is treated with chemical solutions to extract only RNA. Through reverse transcription, RNA is converted into DNA to be treated with fluorescent dyes to detect specific genetic materials in the sample. If the amount of fluorescence shown by the computer exceeds a certain level, it indicates that the SARS-CoV-2 pathogen is present in the sample.
The second method of diagnosis is called the antibody test, which detects previous or later infection. The flow chart describes the steps involved in sequence, while the diagram is the possible results of the antibody test. This diagram summarizes the steps of antibody test. First, if a person is infected, their blood may contain the antibodies immunoglobulin M and immunoglobulin G. Immunoglobulin M is short-lived, may indicate that the virus is still present, while immunoglobulin G, which is more durable, cannot indicate for how long was the person infected. Then the blood is mixed with a known antigen. The highly specific antibody-antigen interaction causes the substrate to change color, indicating that the virus is present.
Moving on, the SARS-CoV-2 can be transmitted easily through airborne transmission and direct contact. When an infected person coughs or sneezes, these pathogens in the air droplets transmit to the other people within a distance of 1 to 2 meters. Besides, when a person accidentally touches the droplets with hands, these pathogens would get into their eyes, nose, or mouth. Also, the SARS-CoV-2 can be transmitted from animals to humans, but the risk is relatively lower.
COVID-19 can be very severe as upper respiratory tract infection causes bronchial inflammation. Lower respiratory tract infection causes pneumonia and breathing difficulty. Excessive damage to lungs causes severe oxygen deficiency, organ failure, and even death. COVID-19 can be highly contagious, and the percentage of people hospitalized is 19%, while having a 1 to 3.4% fatality rate.
As we can see, from illness day 4 to day 10, the lungs opacities, which are the unhealthy lungs tissues in white or gray color, increase in density.
The geographical information about COVID-19 is that Wuhan Huanan Seafood Market is suspected to be the primary location of the outbreak, with 27 out of 41 first diagnosed patients having a travel history to the market. Due to such an outbreak, Wuhan, China province announced an official lockdown on 23rd of January 2020.
Do you know, within 2 months only, the SARS-CoV-2 has spread from China to as many as 165 countries around the world.
According to statistics shown in the diagram, the number increased very rapidly within days, where it increased the most in March, when within 20 days, 99 more countries were infected by COVID-19, where it almost impacted the whole globe.
For the historical information, the first case of COVID-19 was first reported in Wuhan, China on 1st December 2019. Then, on 27th December last year, this coronavirus was first reported to health officials by Dr. Zhang Jixin. 3 days later, this coronavirus was first warned by Dr. Li Wenliang on social media. Finally, the World Health Organization announced the coronavirus disease officially on 11th February this year.
In conclusion, the World Health Organization has outlined some safety measures which include washing and sanitizing hands frequently, wearing a mask, avoiding crowds and contact with wild animals by self-quarantine and social distancing. But what scares us the most is that there are unfortunately no treatments currently for COVID-19 as the vaccine is still under investigation. Therefore, our body depends solely on the immune system to fight against the disease. This is our reference list. And we would like to remind you to stay home, stay safe, and
thank you for lending us your ears.